Hello, welcome to my channel everyone. In this video today, I'll be going over some art supplies that I picked up from Scrap today. So Scrap, if you're unfamiliar, is a art supply store in Portland. But instead of selling brand new art supplies, it's basically like a thrift store for supplies. So it was started, I believe, by a teacher who was like paying for supplies. And so it's a way for teachers and other members of the community to buy recycled art products for like a fraction of the price. It's insane. So if you're in Portland, if you like doing some artsy craftsy stuff, if you want inspiration, I say go to Scrap. You never know what they're gonna have. You know, it's something different every time. And so yeah, it's pretty neat. But they have section for fabrics, yarns, needles, crochet, but that makes it sound like a Joann's, which I don't know. They have everything. They have office supplies, scrapbooking, they have painting tools. You can buy little photos from little photo cards. I'm not sure what they're called, but you could get a handful of someone else's family photos from these little photo cards that are just like donated in. Yeah, so it's this really like great cause. And I was already out and about today. So I was out and about today already, and I'm like, yeah, okay. So I will show you guys these patterns that I got. So they had a great deal today where it was buy any fabric, any yarn, any embroidery material, or tools of like that category, you could get 10 free patterns. So these are design prints for, some of these are for quilting, some for sewing, and I'll show you guys. So this is pre-printed patterns, quilt in a day, Sunbonnet Sue. And I know a lot of this stuff is going to seem like something out of your granny's cupboard because honestly, it probably did come out of your granny's cupboard and then was donated to Scrap. But I've been on a big sewing kick right now, so I got all these for free. So they might have a price tag, but that means someone tried to sell it. Probably something left over from a garage sale or something. But here's like the little picture. I will probably be honestly a year before I even get into these projects, which is unfortunate, but I'm going to focus on school for a year, and then once that's up, I will hopefully have time to indulge in my many ongoing hobbies. I basically have a new hobby every 3 to 7 weeks that I deep dive into, and craft supplies does help fund my madness. So anyway, my idea with this is to make Sunbonnet Sue into maybe a little Grim Reaper or something like that, so to modify it or even just to play with the colors. But I don't know, it's very simple, but it's very cool. So that is my idea for Sunbonnet Sue. We'll see when I get to that. Oh, yes, and then we have Linen and Lace by, I don't know, Arlene Linton, of course. Linens and Lace by Arlene Linton, of course. What was so cool about these is I have volumes 1 and 2, which I thought was pretty lucky. But this is like some sewing patterns and stuff, and someone's scrap piece of paper. Hello. So it gives you some pattern designs and instructional guides. And it's just, these are so cool. And I know it's like stuff you'd see around your granny's, but I don't know if it's called cottagecore, but it's just a really neat way, here's a flower, of giving some details, some design. And a lot of these patterns have like been around for ages. But, you know, just the idea of customization. I am huge into customization for like every individual. So if I like will myself and give myself like the time to do some of this stuff, it just looks really interesting. I love projects with like a big payoff. Yes, there's freehand lace border, there's wild rose napkin, and dainty flower on glass. That's the title. But anyway, it's just floral art. And I love flowers. I don't always love floral print on myself, but I love roses. I love flowers. And it looks so fucking cool. Like, this is Victoria's fan box. Like, and it just looks like the most goth Lolita shit there is. Honestly. And look at that. I mean, yeah, this is like very... Oh, and then there's the how to make the fan with the matching flowers. Fuck. I'm sorry. I know this is ridiculous, but yes, little granny habits I have from my granny. There's a mini fan box. Like, seriously. Crafty bitch isn't an insult if you're good at it. Alright, so let's look at the second volume. Ooh. It gives like some patterns, some ideas. It just looks so pretty and eloquent. And I'm flipping through this and you can't see any of it. But here's another rose. And just how to make art. And I have a vast collection of my how-to books. I think the biggest thing is just the patience of it. Like, this takes patience. Heirloom photo frame. So they show you how to customize your photos. Imagine how good that's gonna look when it's some, like, printed out Snapchat photo and then just with this around it. I don't know. I think that'd be pretty funny, pretty goofy. Oh, and they have, like, I think these are hydrangeas. Alright, I think I'll move on and show you the rest of what I got, but the fact that I could get, like, 1 and 2, it's just, like, how to paint and how to do this and that. It's just such an admirable skill, I think, is, like, the arts. I've always stuck my fingers and toes in whatever I could get my hands on. What's this? This just came out of it. Anyway, and so it would actually teach me, like, the skills for it. Decor art, oxidized metal painter. I have no idea what this is too, but it came with it. Let's keep it going. Let's keep this party moving. So, like, this is the fun thing of, like, thrift stores and getting things secondhand, you know? It was someone's hobbies before you, it'll be someone's after you, but it was someone's work that they made. And so, like, this is something from 1997. I love that these have the dates, by the way. I didn't check the dates on this, but this is from 1997. So, you know, well over 20 years coming on. No, not yet. But anyway, this is from Helen Grigg, I believe. Stensource International Ink, Stelis for quilting. And this is homemade. You can just tell. Or maybe it's not homemade, but it's very... Oh, it is from the 1990s, but that's not that old. It gives you, like, the instructions, the details. But the reason why this one caught my eye, and I stood there for a fat minute on my tippy toes, just going through the box of these one by one, because I had to make sure I was interested in it, or else I'm just collecting clutter. And what caught my interest with this is the patterns, the variety, the potential. Woo! You know, and it's just a book of these gorgeous patterns to play with and work with. Just pages and pages of patterns. Is so cool. And quilting is a bitch and a half. I know it takes a long time, but motherfucker, if I don't make one goddamn quilt in my life, I swear, what was my life for? Now, I know that's a little hardcore for quilting, but just, I don't know. It's very exciting. I don't know how to quilt. I've never quilted. I know my aunt does it, and my granny has done it, and my granny and her sisters have done it. Like, this is a buffalo. Did you need a buffalo print quilt? You didn't even know you needed a buffalo print quilt. Now you knew. Okay. God, okay, and I got all of these for free. This originally was $26.99, and I got it for free. So this is Fancy Forest Animal Sampler Quilts, a pattern by Elizabeth Hartman. And just look at these little animals. They're so cute. Oh yes, okay. Oh yeah. I had to stop and show, like, I needed to pull these out for the lady who's at the checkout counter. I'm like, I need to show you what I found. Because I'm like, these are my top two. Or they're just pretty fucking cool. Like, everything in there is, I really enjoy, but I don't know which is more interesting. Okay. So, we got cowboys. Just some rootin' tootin' cowboys in pastels. We love cowboys in pastels, honestly. And I have this silly little goofy gaffy one that was originally like $15, and it is a unicorn in a bow tie in a patterned shirt. I was gonna say plaid. It's not plaid, it's pattern, but I can make it whatever pattern I want. It's giving off like queer character and BoJack Horseman, honestly. But I don't know. It's silly, it's goofy, it's fun, it's creative. So I grabbed it. Well, what else did I get today? And I will tell you guys the price of all of this at the end. So all of those were for free. That's amazing. I got this headphone case for like, I think $1.50, but they had tubs and tubs and tubs of these. I don't know what company just dumped these or what happened, but this is a headphone case. It's brand new as far as I know. And then of course I'm going to wash everything, but I just haven't yet because I got these today. Woo! I'll show you what I'm pulling on because you can probably notice me pulling on something. Okay, so in this bag here, so I didn't take a bag when I left. I could have. They have like paper and reusable bags. I did not do that. So when you get art supplies brand new, they can be super pricey and add up really fucking fast. Same thing with like sewing supplies and stuff. Sorry, so this is some thread. What I'm trying to say is I got some thread, and this is just a really cool purple. It's like very shiny and like, I believe the term's metallic keeps coming undone, and there's nowhere to like, I keep saying like, excuse me, there's nowhere to place the thread is what I'm trying to say. So I got this fun purple color, and some of these have rubber bands on them. So this has rubber bands. And this is like a hot pink, and these were 50 cents. Granted, I don't know how much thread is left on these, but it looks like enough for 50 cents and some. I got me another like metallic one. This one's a dark purple. And I got me some blues. I just got me some, I don't know, I just picked the pretty colors, honestly. I didn't have any rhyme or reason. This one's a baby blue. This one I would say is like a matte, and this one has a little shine to it. but not like the metallic ones here. And then, whoop. And then I got me like a really, really faded green. Really, really soft green, like pastelish, but just even softer. And then of course the basics, black and white threads. And then I also got me some string, because these are always like a quarter, and it's like just so durable. I don't know what these are originally from or for, but they have just globs and globs of these, and they're just simply useful and helpful. So I'm just going to set my thread down next to my prints and my unicorn. Whoop. I have bought things just to back them up into boxes. Goodness gracious, except I might leave these out. Anyway, new headphone bag. It's got a pocket here with a stretch band, so it'll hold things. It has a slot to slide headphones in, I believe, or attach something. So I imagine this is for a cord. Yeah. Excuse me. And then it just closes oh so nice, and it's got a nice little handle. It's just a simple little bag. This I thought was a pretty good find. This was like $5, I believe. No, I did not get a whole ukulele, although I know it looks like it. I'll show you what I put inside. So it was raining really nicely today. So it was raining. So I didn't take a bag as I could have, but I just shoved it in these and it fit everything. And then the papers and such, I had brought my backpack. I was gonna bring my purse today, but I changed my mind last minute. I brought my backpack. So this was $2.75, and it is 7 over 8 yards, so nearly a yard. Take off these rubber bands. So I'll show you just physically, but this is a good deal. I know, and this is also folded, so it's folded right here, so not even completely unfolding it. I got a good deal of fabric, and there's always good deals on fabric, honestly. But I have a mound, oh my god, I have a mound of canvas currently that I'm not even totally using yet. I will find something to use this for. I got all this. Hold on. I didn't get this today, but I might as well show it off. This is just some. This is most of it, honestly, but this is some of the canvas that I got for free after a job. Just some of it. I'm not going to disclose where I got it. It's top secret information, but it was allowed. I worked an event where they had canvases. Sorry, I'm picking at the fabric. There's just little bits of dirt, which is fine. I got it for $2.75, so obviously I'll wash before use. Anyway, well, my point being was I was working an event and the whole thing was white everything. That's like the whole trend right now is white walls, white floors, white lights. Everything's white and it's very popular. And so they had these big white canvases in the background just as background, and then I believe they had a big white wall of cubes in front of that. And this event has come and gone, but after the event, people were allowed to take the leftover supplies home because they were just going to go to the dump otherwise, which is pretty wasteful. And they told me usually they're not so wasteful, but this was a custom event. So a lot of things had to have been specially crafted, and they didn't, wasn't in their instructions to find new homes for their leftover materials. So a lot of us stagehand were able to then take the supplies home. Some people got lights, some people got whatever. Like, we had a metal stage that is going to metal recycling, but that metal stage then sat on top of another stage. So it was a metal platform. was then, you know, we can't exactly give that to someone or donate it to somewhere, so it's going to the metal recycling because it's made specifically for this stage, for this one event. But I don't believe they have storage after their events, so. Anyway, that's why I have all that canvas, and I got all that for free. I just had to cut it off, these like big canvases. I did that for a while. I didn't have them folded yet, so it was me in my arms full of these fresh, clean canvases, and then I dropped them in the dirt. Luckily, it wasn't muddy, but some of them just have a fall leaf here and there. Now, anyway, now what I have in the ukulele case. I get so excited, I can hardly speak. So this, 25 cents. It's just a scrap of fabric, but I don't really have many big projects that need a lot of fabric. I've been doing little projects that just require little accents of fabric, and if I have a project that requires much fabric, I have plenty of canvas, so hopefully I can use some canvas with it. But I have other fabric. I don't make clothes. I don't know how to make clothes, so it's just little things here and there. And then I also got this for 25 cents. I just think this is pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. To me, this is upside down, but I don't think it has any one way to be. I just think the little points look like cactuses on the green ones and that they should point up. But interpret this however you'd like. And then, yeah, the ukulele case. I know it's just a flimsy one, but I have a ukulele that I need to learn how to play, and I've had it for 10 years? Yeah, and it just hasn't had a case in that time. I got it for $5. So, here's the exciting thing. What did I get? This ukulele case. All this fabric, and these threads, and these patterns, and the headphone case. What did I get all this for? Less than $15, and then I rounded up to donate the change to the organization, which is Scrap. I got quite a good deal today. I'm grinning ear to ear, honestly. So I had a pretty fun day going out. I had just gone to the dentist and I had fluoride, and I just know I was so hungry and that I wanted to go home and eat, but I wasn't supposed to with the fluoride, at least not eat nothing hot. So I just prevented myself by slowly meandering my way home, and so I ran through errands. I went into Scrap. I'm like, oh, why not? I really wanted to go there before I moved away, and I'm happy I did. I found some good stuff, some fun stuff. And, you know, $15, and I have so much inspiration and instructions. And so $15 is a really good price as long as I follow through. And if I don't, it's not the end of the world. It's going towards a good cause. So, I don't know, I just kind of see it as a win-win. Yeah, and then I got some groceries on my way home, and yeah, I made it through the rain. Oh, yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the little bell notification, and comment down below. What do you think was like the coolest thing that I found today? Let me know. Bye!